Unemployment. Being unemployed, something that we all dream and desire of reaching, but unfortunately we all need money to survive in order to stay afloat in our society. So today we're going to discuss what it's like being unemployed, and a quick disclaimer, lots of slurs will be said throughout the video, so I'm going to give you guys a little taste of what will be said. Ready? Jobs, employment, resume, responsibilities, bills, LinkedIn, career, internship, rent. Alright, enough said, let's get into it. Now first, let's talk about the obvious thing that comes with being unemployed, which is freedom. Now, a lot of people who work jobs tend to feel like they're trapped because they have to go to work in the morning. When I used to work my part-time jobs, it literally felt like clocking into work was me being sent to prison. And I always got really anxious before needing to leave for work because I was gonna be stuck there for the entire day. And just knowing you have to be somewhere at a specific time slot in your day for a set amount of hours was the worst feeling, especially if you absolutely hate your job as well. It gets pretty miserable. Like at that point, just lock me in a basement and just water torture me. I'd rather go through that than go to work. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but I'm telling you, once you start getting fed up of working at your job and you finally put in your 2 weeks notice, you start giving way less of a fuck about anything when you're working. Like you're just in a way better move and put way less effort into every little task you do. Cause either way, you're about to be freed from your jail sentence in 2 weeks. There is now a light at the end of the tunnel, and once you're finally done those 2 weeks, you have now officially become unemployed. Hey, welcome to the club, man. You're now free from the shackles and responsibilities of a job and can now go on to do unemployed activities. Feel free to go on a walk on a Monday at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, go on a video game binging spree and eat as many chips and chug as much Mountain Dew as possible, while also spending all your money on DoorDash. Go spend some time with your other unemployed friends who used to make fun of you for having a job. You're now free and can do whatever you want with your time. You can now choose your own destiny and create your own reality at the palm of your hands. And you know, after a few months of the cycle repeating, it begins to get a little repetitive and old. Not everything's sunshine and rainbows being unemployed. You can only really go on walks at 2 p.m. for so long before that begins to get old. And you could only play so many video games till every game you play doesn't even feel fun anymore. Like you know you're cooked when you're at your console menu just scrolling through all the games you have and not playing any of them. And soon you'll catch yourself doom scrolling on TikTok, IG Reels, and YouTube Shorts all at once at ungodly hours like 4 a.m. in the morning, feeling lonely as hell thinking to yourself, man, I'm a fucking bum. Oh yeah, and also that money you made while you're working, yeah, all gone. So yeah, now you're broke with $0 to your name, your wallet looking emptier than space. You know, maybe you'll be able to buy a gumball at the grocery store, or maybe a stick of gum if you're lucky. So now you can't even go out with your friends and do activities anymore because these days everything costs money. And let me tell you this, as someone who was broke for 85% of my life, that shit is not fun at all. Like when you're broke, you'll really be out here stressing and debating for like 15 minutes at the grocery store about buying something that costs like $5 and eating God knows what as food. I bet a majority of you guys have never had something I like to call hood spaghetti, where you cook any noodles you have in your house, and I mean any, just find any noodles, and add ketchup and sliced tomatoes into it, and there you go, hood spaghetti. When times were tough, man, I had to damn near hypnotize myself into thinking it's real spaghetti while tears slowly fell down my face. And now you gotta get your ass a, dare I say it, a J-O-B, a job! Cause let's be real, you can't stay living like this forever, man. Or you can stay unemployed and, I don't know, moderate Discord servers and gain 200 pounds, your choice. But I refuse to live like that. But this is a perfect segue into our next topic, which is applying for a J-O-B. Short for job, if you guys didn't know. Just making it known. Now man, whatever happened to job applications? Back in the day, you could work as a factory worker and buy a house for the low price of $1. While also providing for a family of 4. But now in the present day, you're out here getting denied by McDonald's for a job and barely having enough money to afford groceries and essentials and to enjoy your life. How does that even make sense? You really have businesses like McDonald's asking for prior job experience. Like, motherfucker, you are the experience. Why are these minimum wage jobs asking for the most? Like, no man, I don't need a bachelor's degree to be able to learn how to flip patties on a grill, bro. I can put the fries in the bag, bro. It's not that hard. Just take my resume and hire me. No wonder so many people's dream jobs is to be content creators, because you don't have to deal with all the BS that comes with having a regular job. But also, if everyone were to become content creators, that wouldn't end well either. Imagine everywhere you walked, you see people holding tripods everywhere, walking around the street, talking to the cameras with their signature influencer voices. I don't think I'd ever want to leave the house if that were our reality. And not to mention, if you guys didn't know, we actually need people working regular jobs in order for our society to even function properly properly. So if everyone was an influencer, that might as well be the start of an apocalypse and the downfall of human civilization as we know it. Now, after around 100 plus applications later that you send out, and it's not guaranteed, but hopefully that would be enough to help you land at least an interview for a job. And in an interview, you have to explain why you want the job and basically sell yourself to the hiring manager. And I've always hated interviews because I was never good at them and they'd give me a lot of anxiety and stress. Like, yeah, I really have a deep and burning passion for putting the fries in the bag, flipping patties, and dealing with rude customers and scrubbing toilets. I really want to do that for the rest of my life. And not to mention how you gotta bullshit the things you've done at previous jobs. Like, yeah, when I used to work at the smoothie place, I had to ensure that the store ingredients were maintained to manufacture our product. And yes, I also had to communicate with clients professionally and efficiently in order to complete transactions with ease. And oh yeah, of course I had to maintain a pristine working environment to prevent the risk of contamination, leaving a great impression on clients. Whenever I had to write up a resume, you already knew I was bullshitting the task I was doing exactly like this by using bigger and fancier words to make it sound like I was actually doing something important. When in reality, I was listening to music throughout most of my shift at the smoothie place, because the store was pretty dead for the majority of the time, and I would whip up some drinks for myself in the kitchen. And you guys already knew how I got fired from here by giving out free drinks to my friends. Yeah, not putting that on the resume. And it's only at this point you realize that, man, I don't want a job at all. I just want to be unemployed. But then once you're unemployed, it's only fun for like the first 2 weeks to a month until you run out of money. And you realize it's like a never-ending cycle of not liking your job and wanting to get out. But then once you're out, you need money, so you gotta find a job or else you go homeless. You can't win either way. It's cooked. Like, come on, man. All a man wants in his life is to be unemployed with Prime OG Fortnite, femboys, donating your rent money to Kai Cenat, and spamming W's in the chat all day while watching TikTok, not showering, and ordering DoorDash. That's all we really need, and I'm speaking for everyone. We all want this, right?
Nuke the whole generation. If it were up to me, I would drop an atomic bomb on the whole generation.
And soon, because you don't want to get a job and work for someone else, you'd probably think it'd be a good idea to start a business and work for yourself for a change. So you go to Google and search up top 5 side hustles for a young 18-year-old and start trying whatever it is in those videos. And I mean, you've definitely seen videos like, I make 10K a month from copywriting, or I make 100K a month from day trading and all that.
Why Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
And they sure do sound enticing, so you give it a try and you make near to nothing from copy trading and lose the rest of your remaining money on trading. And now you're broke again, living at your mom's house. So then you try to make content because you see so many people as young as 14 years old blowing up on social media and think, man, I could do this too. Seems easy enough. So you buy yourself a camera and a whole setup for yourself and start to record and create your first video. And once you finish it and click upload and your hopes are super high of it blowing up, only waking up to find out that it has 10 views. And you start to think, maybe content creation isn't for me either. So you quit that and think, damn, maybe I'm just meant to work a regular job. Maybe putting the fries in the bag is my passion and flipping patties. And you let it sink in. I'm trying to be unemployed for life. I ain't working no job on everybody's soul. I'm never showering, brushing my teeth, wiping my booty, or ever getting employed ever again. I'm leeching off my parents till the day I die and playing Genshin Impact every day for 10 hours straight. Alright, obviously that was a joke. Keep your jobs, guys, and don't worry, it's okay to be unemployed as long as you don't stay unemployed forever and become a Discord mod. Anyways, I'm out. Bye!